this comes with Windows 10 Home. What the, come on, let's get rid of that Windows Home. Let's get some Windows Pro. Copy and paste my code from the description. You can also get Office 2019. Just paste my code. Woof, it's Windows Pro time. Righto, tell you how there, champs. Now, I get asked all the time. I get emails every single day to review this, to review that. Most of it's all junk, and you know, a lot of it is Chinese stuff. I think any reviewer that's got a few thousand reviewers will say the same sort of thing. And most of the time I say no. But when I got the email to review this, the XGODY X27 smartphone, they told me it was like $90 Australian or something, like $60 US. I'm like, how bad can it be? I want to find out how bad this is. Well, what do you get for like $60 US or $90 Australian? Well, let's find out. Is this phone bad? Now, I'm going to tell you now, for $60, $70 US or $90 Australian, you don't get much these days for that. You won't even get a gobby down St Kilda. It actually astounds me they can actually make a smartphone that's actually okay for that sort of price. Now, this XGODY is a 5-inch phone, has dual SIM, micro SD card, 16GB ROM, 1GB RAM, a 480 by 960 pixel display, and the GPU is a MT6580. Now, I don't even know what that is, but this runs Android Go, and it's actually Android 9. And I can tell you the combination of these specs, you'd think, wow, this thing is going to be slow as hell. But hey, this is fast and fluid. Like, I'm not even joking. That operating system is obviously made for low-end devices. It is super buttery smooth. The battery life is outstanding on this because it has a low-res display. Also, that processor doesn't use much power, like days, like at least a couple of days. I'm not used to phones' battery life lasting this long. And also, you can remove the back off. And in there, you have access to a removable battery and the 2 SIM slots and the micro SD card slot as well. So that's a blast from the past. Build quality is good. For what it is, it's perfectly fine. Plastic build, does have bezels on it. I'm not going to complain on the phone that costs this much. This is for someone like my old man. My old man, I try to give him these expensive phones all the time. He's like, I just want a phone that rings, that's it. He wants his old Nokia. And this also would be great for someone that goes overseas. Like if you want a phone, instead of putting another SIM in your main phone, just buy one of these. Put a SIM from the country you're going in. You don't have to worry. If you lose it, whatever, you're not going to cry. Because it's Android 9, it does everything. It has all the apps. When we look at display quality, it's actually quite decent. It's fine. If you want to nitpick, yeah, it doesn't have the super brightness and contrast, and maybe around the fine text there's a little bit of artifacting, but I don't think anyone's expecting, OLED quality for something that costs this much. And my old man would be perfectly happy with this. You can see it outside. The camera, yeah, in low light, it's not that great. Of course, 5 megapixel front and rear. But in normal daylight, happy snaps, it's perfectly fine for doing that sort of thing. I think I'm going to give this to my dad. Get him off that friggin' Windows phone. Get him into this century. He'll be chuffed with this. And yeah, someone that just wants a phone that just rings, that does stuff, this is what you get. And of course, you can do all the stuff that Android does. So what do you got to lose? It's certainly an adequate phone. Does what it's meant to do for a great price. Better than I expected. And yeah, catch you in the next one, guys. Tally ho.